Pace about. Walk due to worry or excitement. He paced about nervously. Pace yourself. Control speed to avoid exhaustion. Athletes must pace themselves. Pack, animals. A group of animals. A pack of wolves hunts together. Pact. An agreement. A peace pact was signed. Palm, hand. The inner surface of the hand. The sensor rests on the palm. Panel, piece. A flat rectangular piece forming part of a surface such as a door or wall. The control panel is made of reinforced metal. Paper, writing. A written academic or professional text on a subject. The researcher published a paper on climate modeling. Paradigm. A typical example or model. Newtonian physics was once the dominant paradigm. Paradox. A situation with apparently contradictory facts. The paradox highlights limits of classical logic. Paradoxical. Seemingly impossible due to opposing facts. It is paradoxical that stress can improve focus. Parallel, adjective. Similar and occurring at the same time. Parallel experiments were conducted. Parallel, noun. A similarity between two things. There is a clear parallel between the studies. Paramount. More important than anything else. Safety is paramount in engineering. Part, leave. To leave one another. The colleagues parted after the conference. Part, separate. To become separated. The plates part during tectonic movement. Part and parcel, idiom. A necessary and unavoidable element. Risk is part and parcel of innovation. Part and parcel, noun. An unavoidable part of something. Failure is part and parcel of research. Particle. A very small piece of matter. Electrons are subatomic particles. Pass, be more than. To exceed a level. Temperatures pass the threshold. Pass, go away. To disappear. The pain will pass. Pass, sports noun. A throw or kick to another player. He completed a precise pass. Pass, sports verb. To throw or kick the ball. She passed to her teammate. Passage, progress. Movement from one stage to another. The passage from theory to practice is complex. Pastime. An activity done for enjoyment. Gardening is a relaxing pastime. Pat, verb. To touch gently. She patted the dog. Patch, area. A small different area. A dry patch formed in the field. Patch, land. A small area of land. A vegetable patch feeds the family. Patch, material. Material used to cover a hole. A fabric patch repaired the tear. Patch, verb. Repair with material. He patched the jacket. Patch STH up. Repair a relationship. They patched things up. Path, direction. A direction of movement. The spacecraft altered its path. Pathetic, bad. Showing no skill or effort. The attempt was pathetic. Pathetic, sad. Weak and sad. A pathetic sight of neglect. Pave the way, idiom. If something paves the way for something else, it makes the other thing possible. The initial experiments paved the way for the development of a new vaccine. Pay, suffer. Suffer consequences. He will pay for the mistake. Pay SB a compliment. Praise someone. She paid him a compliment. Pay the price. Accept negative consequences. They paid the price for negligence. Pay the price, idiom. Accept the unpleasant result. She paid the price for neglecting her studies with a failed exam. Pay tribute to. Acknowledge admiration. Scientists paid tribute to her work. Pay tribute to STH, verb. To thank someone or say that you admire someone or something, especially in public. The award ceremony paid tribute to decades of groundbreaking research. Peace of mind. A feeling of calm and security. Redundant systems provide peace of mind. Peace of mind. A state without worry. Backup systems provide peace of mind. Peculiar to SBSTH. Unique to something. This behavior is peculiar to the species. Peel, covering. Remove a layer. The coating began to peel. Peep, verb. Look briefly and secretly. She peeped through the window. Peer, a verb. Look closely or with difficulty. He peered into the microscope. Peer pressure. Influence from equals. Peer pressure affects adolescent behavior. Perceive, notice. Notice something subtle. Humans perceive patterns. Perception. Understanding or belief. Public perception influences policy. Perceptive. Quick to understand or notice. She is a perceptive analyst. Perfect, emphasis. Used to emphasize a noun. It was a perfect example. Perfect, verb. Make as good as possible. The algorithm was perfected. Perseverance. Continued effort and determination. Her perseverance in research led to a breakthrough. Persist, continue to do. To continue an action despite annoyance. He persisted in asking questions. Persist, continue to exist. When an unpleasant feeling or situation continues. The fog persisted all morning. Persistence. The state of continuing firmly. The persistence of the bacteria caused treatment issues. Persistent. Continuing in a determined way. The persistent signals indicated equipment failure. Persuasion. The act of convincing someone. Effective persuasion can influence public policy. Petty. Unimportant or trivial. The argument was about petty details. Phenomenal. Extremely successful or impressive. She achieved phenomenal results in the experiment. Philosophical, calm. Accepting situations calmly. He remained philosophical about the setback. Philosophical, philosophy. Relating to philosophy. His philosophical studies focused on ethics. Physical. Relating to tangible things. Physical evidence supported the theory. Pick up the pieces, idiom noun. Recovery after a hardship. The community focused on picking up the pieces. Pick up the pieces, idiom verb. Recover after a difficult experience. They picked up the pieces after the flood. Pinpoint. Identify exactly. The scientist pinpointed the source of contamination. Pioneer. One of the first to do something. She was a pioneer in renewable energy research. Pit. A large hole in the ground. The mine had a deep pit. Pitch dark black. Extremely dark. The cave was pitch black inside. Pitiful. Very poor or inadequate. The shelter was in a pitiful condition. Pity. Feel sorry for someone. He pitied the injured animal. Place emphasis importance on STH. Give importance to something. Teachers place emphasis on critical thinking. Plague, noun. A serious disease that spreads quickly. The bubonic plague affected Europe in the 14th century. Plague, verb. Cause prolonged suffering. He was plagued by chronic migraines. Plain, obvious. Obvious and clear. The instructions were plain to understand. Plain, person. Not physically attractive. He described the character as plain. Plant idea doubts. Make someone start thinking something. The campaign planted doubts in voters' minds. Platform, for opinions. A way to express public opinions. The forum served as a platform for debate. Plausible. Seemingly reasonable or true. The hypothesis was plausible given the evidence. Play games, idiom. To not deal with a situation seriously or honestly. He warned colleagues not to play games during the critical research phase. Play games, idiom. Not deal seriously with a situation. Politicians should not play games with public funds. Play it by ear, idiom. To decide how to deal with a situation as it develops. The field researchers decided to play it by ear depending on weather conditions. Play it by ear, idiom. Decide as a situation develops. We decided to play it by ear at the meeting. Play STH by ear. To play a piece of music by remembering the notes. The student played the simple melody by ear on the piano during the music lab session. Play STH by ear. Perform music from memory. She played the piece by ear during the recital. Play with fire, idiom. To be involved in an activity that could be dangerous. Ignoring safety protocols is like playing with fire in the lab. Play with fire, idiom. Engage in risky activity. Ignoring safety rules is playing with fire. Plea. A strong request. The charity made a plea for donations. Plead, ask. Request strongly or emotionally. She pleaded for assistance. Plead, excuse. Give an explanation or excuse. He pleaded ignorance as a reason. Plead, legal. Declare guilt or innocence in court. He pleaded not guilty to the charges. Plight. An unpleasant or difficult situation. The refugees described their plight. Plot, land. A piece of land for use. The farmer bought a plot to grow vegetables. Pluck up, the courage to do STH. To decide to do something previously feared. She plucked up the courage to present her findings at the conference. Plump. Quite fat. The cat looked plump after weeks of plentiful food. Plunge down into. Fall or move down quickly. The stock market plunged down after the announcement. Plunge into STH. Start an activity energetically. She plunged into the research project with enthusiasm. Plunge STH into STH. Push forcefully into something. He plunged the knife into the board. Pocket, money. The amount of money you have for spending. He kept a small amount in his pocket for lunch. Poetic. Relating to poetry. Her speech was poetic and full of imagery. Point, direction. A mark on a compass. The ship changed course towards the North Point. Point, quality. A specific ability or quality. Her main point is attention to detail. Poke your nose into STH. To interfere unnecessarily. He poked his nose into confidential matters. Pole. A long stick of wood or metal. The tent was supported by a metal pole. Ponder. Think carefully. He pondered the consequences of the experiment. Pop, sound. Make a short explosion-like sound. The cork popped from the champagne bottle. Popular, many people. Held by many people. Recycling is becoming a popular practice worldwide. Portray. Describe or show someone or something. The documentary portrayed the life of scientists in Antarctica. Portrayal. The way someone is represented. The film's portrayal of climate change was accurate. Pose the question. Ask a question. The teacher posed a question about renewable energy. Pose the question. To ask or raise a question formally or analytically. The study poses the question of how temperature affects enzymatic activity. Pose as SB, pretend to be someone else. The fraudster posed as a bank officer. Posh, high class. From a high social class. She spoke in a posh accent at the event. Positive, medical test. Indicating presence of a condition. The patient tested positive for the virus. Possession, have. Owning something. The rare artifact is now in the museum's possession. Possessive, feelings. Wanting exclusive attention. He was possessive about his time with the project team. Pour into, out from. Enter or leave in large numbers. Tourists poured into the city during the festival. Practical, good at planning. Good at organizing or solving problems. She is practical and always finds solutions quickly. Practice, activity. The way people perform an activity. Daily practice improves skill in music. Practitioner. Someone in a profession. The doctor is a medical practitioner specializing in cardiology. Pragmatic. Practical and realistic. He took a pragmatic approach to energy conservation. Precede. Happen or exist before something else. The introduction precedes the main text in the book. Precedent. An example for future actions. The court's decision set a legal precedent. Predecessor. Person who was in a position before. Her predecessor laid the groundwork for the new policy. Predominant. More important or noticeable. English is the predominant language in international aviation. Predominantly. Mostly or mainly. The population is predominantly urban. Premium, payment. Money paid for insurance. He paid the annual insurance premium. Premium, product. Higher quality or value. The smartphone is a premium product with advanced features. Prescribe. State necessary medical treatment. The doctor prescribed antibiotics for the infection. Presence, feeling. Feeling someone is still present. The room held the presence of the departed leader. Presence, police soldiers. Group controlling a situation. The army maintained a strong presence in the region. Presence, quality. A quality that makes people notice you. The actor's presence captivated the audience.